All right, so today's gonna be June 12th, 2019, which is a Wednesday, and I took two trades on Play, which is over here. Not very happy with the way I traded. I did end up profit for the day, up roughly 580, but it could have been a lot more. So let's go over the trade review. So here we have Play, and as you see, it was gapping down. And it was gapping down to this pivot level on the daily. So it couldn't push up. It was kind of just hanging around that pivot level. Broke down, came back up to retest the pivot level on the 5-minute chart. So when the stock opened up, actually, I got to go back a few days really quick. All right. So when the stock opened up, it was at the actual pivot. So it opened up at the pivot. And I saw it push away from the pivot, good volume, right? Over 400,000 shares traded in the first 1 minute. So we have this big push, right? Come back up to retest, and as it started to push lower again, I got short 42.25. I guess I wanted to wait the first 1 minute at least, and maybe try to get it on the second minute. Also, VWAP was under the pivot, so I wanted to make sure it was going to break under the VWAP. So got short 42.25, right? Throw my stop. Maybe this is kind of like a momentum play. I need to see this resolve really, really quickly. I don't want to see this start selling off and then come back up to retest the pivot. So it's basically do or die. It has to go right now. So stop was basically at 42.53. And we get the sell off, but as you can see in this price action, it's just very, very wicky. You see all these wicks, sell off and come back up, sell off, come back up, sell off, come back up. Even though the trend was going down, for me, I was faked out a little bit, very, very wicky, and I just didn't like, the price action of the trade. So I was in at 42.25. I was out at 41.92. So let me do this real quick. So 41.92, roughly right there. So I was able to capture this move right here. It sold off a little bit more, would have retested, sold off more. So this trade, I guess I was a little bit nervous the fact that I got in so early. I was in the second minute of the day, so at 9:31 and a few cents, I was in the trade. I didn't know exactly where it was going to go. Maybe I should have taken more size on this. I took 1,000 shares, not that much. So 1,000 shares here, sold it here. This could have been an extremely good trade for me scaling out of the position, stuff like that. So, I was profit, but there was more money to be made on that trade. So trade number 2 was on Play again. So I was in at 41.66. So let's put this down here, 41.66. Okay, so this trade was basically a 5-minute opening range fade. So if you look at so if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? I got short as this candle started to pull through, got short right in there. And as it sold off, again, just not getting the price action I was really looking for. So 41.66, 41, there we go. So exactly. So I was out at 41.41 for a third of my position. And since the fact that we had this big pull, right, kind of retested. And as it started to fail as a 5-minute open range, I wanted to get in a little bit heavier. So I got in with 3,000 shares, 41.66. I sold 1/3 of it at 41.41. And as this candle came back up to my break even, I stopped out on 2/3. And again, it just wasn't liking the price action. Very, very wicky and choppy here to this area. But, it did get the sell off. So, if you look at this on a 5-minute, there was money to be made. And, I need to be able to capitalize on this. Maybe the best thing for me to have done was, get short as it rejected the pivot. What was it, at 42.25, so roughly around here. Get short here, maybe just hold the balance and start scaling out into the actual trend of the move. I took 2 trades today. Both of them were correct, but only netted me 580, and this could have been a lot better of a trade. Maybe I could have gotten short, and as it retested and failed, added to the position and just waited for that trend continuation. So, positive is good, but there's work to be done, and I got to do a better job at it.